Okay, I hope you've had a chance to digest everything we talked about in cost management and the earned value management analysis that we did. It's a lot of information because now we're getting into quality management. Quality management is all about making sure that the deliverable you're pushing through the door meets the quality standard you have set in place. More importantly, meets the expectations of quality of your clients. This quality management process typically has three factors that you need to keep in mind. First off, quality planning, identifying what metrics you will use to measure quality. How will you know if this unit of output you've just produced here meets quality standard? You need some measurement in place. You need metrics in place to measure against. There also needs to be focus on quality assurance and quality control. Now keep in mind, these are not the same thing. These terms are often used interchangeably, but they're really not the same thing. In a lot of organizations, you'll see that the quality assurance and quality control person are two different people, two different departments even. Quality assurance looks at things from the process side of things. How can we improve the process to make sure that we improve quality? To ensure that we get the expected quality at the end of that line. Quality control looks at things from the end. All the units that I have produced, all my products here, do they meet quality standards? Do they meet quality expectations of the client? One is sort of looking ahead, one is looking at the current moment almost. So quality assurance looks at the process. How can I improve the process to get better quality? Quality control looks at what has been produced and measures, does it meet quality standards? So when we talk about measurement, we talk about quality metrics. And things we need to be careful here of are measuring too little and measuring too much. If I'm measuring too little, I don't have enough metrics to tell me what the quality levels of my product are. I'm going to get the impression that everything's going great. Oh yeah, it's great. No, we scored 10 out of 10 on all the products on this line. If I'm measuring too much, then I'm going to end up spending my time making too many tweaks and not producing enough. I'm going to make too many tweaks to the process. I tweak this, then it breaks something else. So you need to be careful between measuring too little and measuring too much. And you need to define these metrics as a team. How are we going to define high quality? What is high quality? What is that quality standard? It's a process that you go through from beginning to end. Now, quality audits are a really useful tool to tell you how you're doing. And quality audits generally result in one of two things: preventative actions and corrective actions. Preventative actions talk more about how do we make sure that we improve quality, that we produce deliverables that are of high quality. What can we do now to improve this process? Think more quality assurance. You're being preventative. Corrective actions is when something has gone wrong and now you need to restore it. What do we need to do to restore quality? It's the difference between being proactive and being reactive, right? One is looking ahead before an issue happens, trying to prevent it from happening. And one is looking back after an issue happened and saying, okay, how do we fix it? The last thing I want to touch on here in terms of quality management is a really useful tool called cause and effect diagrams. And these diagrams are really useful in helping you drill down the root cause of a problem. So let's take a technical issue here where a user faces an error when opening a document. Okay, so what you can do is draw what we call a fishbone diagram here. It's a very simplified fishbone diagram that I have here. But essentially you say, okay, I'm going to highlight some main issues, high-level issues of why the user might face an issue when opening this document, or face an error, sorry, when opening this document. It could be because of the application. It could be because of training. It could be because of the process itself. Okay, then I take each of those themes and I start to break it down a little bit. If it's an issue with the application, then it could be a bug in the application, incorrect code or something. If it's related to training, it could be insufficient training. Maybe the user misunderstood the training. Maybe the instructor wasn't effective. These all fall under the theme of training. If it's related to the process, maybe the user is doing things in the wrong sequence, an incorrect sequence. This is called a cause and effect diagram. You highlight key themes of what could be the issue, and then you break it down into smaller pieces to try to really get to the root of the problem. Okay, so at a very high level, we covered quality management. We talked about all the different things involved here. The two things I really want you to leave with to make sure you're clear on is the difference between quality assurance and quality control. Knowing the difference between improving the process to get the expected quality, and quality control is when you look currently at the deliverables you've produced and whether they meet quality or not, the quality standards you've set in place or not. Okay, we'll stop it here. I will see you on the next one.